final days of June 2025, Rongjiang City in Guizhou Province, China, became the epicenter of one of the most extreme rainfall events in decades. The rain didn't just fall heavily, it poured continuously for nearly 2 weeks. In some areas, rainfall exceeded 600 millimeters, with certain districts recording over 250 millimeters in just 24 hours, shattering records from over 50 years ago. The rivers around the region rose at a frightening pace, overwhelming flood defenses. Water spilled into the city through lower roads and quickly flooded shopping malls, schools, and residential areas. In a matter of hours, Rongjiang was underwater. The scene in Rongjiang resembled a biblical flood. Water levels climbed hour by hour. Underground parking lots became deep ponds. Escalators in shopping centers reversed direction, flown like waterfalls. Cars, scooters, and even dumpsters were swept away like toys. Residents were caught off guard. Some were preparing meals when the water reached their knees. Many rushed upstairs with their children in hand, watching their belongings disappear underwater. People climbed onto rooftops waving white towels, pleading for help. Some who had just evacuated once had to flee again as more rain returned. Panic and chaos filled the air, shouts, clouds, and sirens pierced through the roar of floodwaters. Amid the devastation came both heartbreak and hope. At least 6 people were confirmed dead in the first wave of flooding, most victims of collapsing homes, landslides, or drowning as they tried to escape. At a suspension bridge spanning a ravine, a sudden landslide caused the structure to give way. A large truck fell partially into the gorge. Miraculously, the driver survived, rescued in time by emergency responders. A particularly emotional story moved the entire nation. An 8-year-old boy was swept into an underground drainage pipe. Many feared the worst, but after 7 long hours, he was found alive, exhausted, with breathing. The rescue was hailed as a miracle amid a national tragedy. Water didn't just rise from above, it also surged from below. Hydraulic pressure pushed water up through the ground, flooding buildings from their foundations. Even homes far from rivers were swamped from underneath. The devastation spread beyond Guizhou. Neighboring provinces like Guangxi, Hunan, Hubei, and even parts of Chongqing saw similar scenes as floodwaters moved downstream. In Guangxi, the Lu River surged nearly 5 meters above the danger line. Entire villages, farmland, and homes vanished underwater. Major highways and train routes were forced to shut down. Landslides from rain-soaked mountains caused entire hillsides to collapse onto homes and roads. Hundreds of known landslide danger zones were under 24/7 watch. With the rain still pounding down, experts warned the worst may be yet to come. In response, the Chinese government mobilized troops, police, fire departments, helicopters, and rescue boats to the worst-hit areas. Over 120,000 people were evacuated to safety. Temporary shelters were set up in schools, stadiums, and community halls. Food, water, blankets, and medicine were flown in around the clock. Financial relief followed. The government promised to cover up to 70% of damages for affected families, especially those who lost their homes, crops, or livestock. A 200 million yuan emergency fund was released within 48 hours of the first storm. Still, officials admitted that this could only provide partial relief given the massive scale of loss. Today, Rongjiang is no longer a city in the conventional sense. It is a massive floodplain. Daily life has come to a standstill. Children no longer go to school. Adults can't work. Families huddle in evacuation centers, staring anxiously at the sky, hoping for clearer weather. But this is no isolated incident. It is a warning. If humanity does not change how it prepares for and responds to extreme weather, more cities will become the next Rongjiang. With every rain cloud comes a new fear that the rising waters will return, and that no place is truly safe anymore.
暴雨不断，机警瘫痪，累计降雨量达600毫米，打破三亚单日降雨纪录。